Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a seat, those of you who can. What a treat today is. I was just explaining to Paul the legislative session is over, and now we get a chance to have a little fun. I didn't think we could have this much fun, but it is a special treat. First, it's exciting to see this new exhibit in the concourse. It is now summertime, and we just finished having a big tourism summit, bringing tourism companies and people from all across the state here to talk about how we can promote tourism. Tourism is big business for the state of New York. Big dollars, but it's also gives people a chance to really see the extent of this state and the history of this state and the beauty of this state. And it never ceases to amaze me how many special parts of New York there are, how many special activities. Erie Canal, and exploring the Erie Canal. Of course, we have the beautiful Adirondacks, and we have some guide boats here. Watkins Glen. So all sorts of fun activities that we want people to think about for the summer, because we want you out, we want you enjoying New York and learning about New York. And part of that is the great motor vehicles that New York has and manufactures and people use to enjoy New York. And part of that is motorcycles, which then takes me right around full circle to our today's special guest, and you are a really special guest, Paul Tuttle, Jr. First of all, the word I would use to describe him and introduce him is he is an artist first. His canvas now are motorcycles primarily, but he is an artist. He's got an amazing, amazing flair. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. And watching some of the really beautiful creations that he has made and messages that he has brought to motorcycles. The fireman's motorcycle, the 911 bike is just really extraordinary. And it's on display down at the 911 site. And it is really a powerful, powerful expression of feeling and sentiment and honor in that 911 bike, as well as so many of the other bikes. He's truly an artist at his trade and his craft, and he is a New Yorker, and he is a boastful, pride New Yorker, and we are proud to have him. He's in Orange County. He's a legend in the whole Mid-Hudson Valley, and he's staying in New York. New York is his home. He's a New Yorker who rises to the occasion. During Hurricane Sandy, when people were suffering, I gave Paul a call, and he came down with his entire crew. His beautiful wife, Rachel, who's here with us today, and they brought down all sorts of goods to help the people on Staten Island, tools, housewares, things that they really needed. And then, when I say a New Yorker with edge, Paul was in the last biker build-off. And the biker build-off, he was against some competing companies that were from other states. Let's just call them other states, right? It was OS, other states. And some of the competitors were making fun of New York. And they were doing some trash talking about New York. And I was interested, because this is a national competition biker build-off. 3 or 4 national bike builders build a bike, and during the show you're watching them build their individual bike, and then there was going to be a national competition where people all across the nation could vote. And there was a multi-week build-up to this. And some of these other manufacturers, they would be talking about Paul, and they would be talking about New York, and they were talking trash about New York. And some people make the mistake of doing that. And I was thinking about, now, how is Paul going to respond to this? Here they are talking trash about New York. What is he going to do? What did he do? He leaned right into it, put on his bike, on the air cleaner for the competition, "Made in New York," to put it right in their face. And I don't want to say it was the Made in New York sign that made this bike a winner, but this bike blew away the competition and won the National Bike Builder Build-Off. And it is a really, really exquisite piece of work. But the reason today is really fun for me personally, besides all of that, which would have made it a great day in and of itself. Paul did me a special personal honor that I have a motorcycle that I ride when I'm not working, which means I ride it very, very little, I want you to know. But Paul said, well, let me do something to personalize your motorcycle for you. Now, as a fan of Paul, who's been watching the shows and watching all the things that he's done, that for him to personalize my bike, that's really, really cool. So Paul, not only is he going to let us watch his bike and have his bike on display here so we can enjoy the bike that won the build-off competition, he's also going to show us today what he did to personalize my bike. I don't think he's ever personalized a bike for a governor before, and this is a kind of different kind of challenge for him, but I'm sure that he was up to it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big New York welcome to Paul Tuttle, Jr.
How's everybody doing? Good? You know, I just have to tell you, you guys, we got the best governor. We really do. I mean, this guy has been, we really, and, you know, it's just an honor to be up here, you know, to have the bikes here. You know, we've been manufacturing motorcycles in New York State for over a decade now. And we're going to continue to do so. Through our program, we've been able to put Orange County on the map. Everyone used to think it was only in California, but now everybody knows there's one in New York. And it's just been an amazing ride as a global program. And, you know, just manufacturing in New York State is coming up. For us, we're just getting started. And we're just really excited to be here. And, you know, we just want to say thank you. We love the fact that we have a gearhead governor, and you know, that's a real treat for us. And what we went ahead and did, I'll pull this off, and then I'll come back over and talk to you. But we used our painter, Nub. Nub from Nub Graphics has been painting our bikes since we started building motorcycles, and we did something very specific. So I'll pull it off, and then I'll come back and talk to you about it. So what we did here is we put the governor's flag right on his front fairing, and he's got a gorgeous Harley, all black, very classy. We didn't want to overdo it, but we thought, man, the governor's flag and that color palette would be absolutely perfect. And if you see just below it, it says 56. That's to honor our 56th governor. And it was just a fun little project, and we just wanted to surprise him here today with that. So, you know, give him a round of applause.
I love it. That was really good. Looks really good. Well done. It looks awesome. That looks awesome. Let's take a picture here. Yeah. How cool is that, right? Well, you know what I'm going to be doing this summer? I am all set. I have the bike. And if you happen to recognize me now on the bike, which shouldn't be that hard, so much for being incognito, right? Let's give Paul Jr. another round of applause. Thank you all for being here, and come up and take a look at the bikes. Thank you.